After all of the discussion of how you documented the metal genre known as metal, do you play said style?
Genre?
No. That's the word I was looking for, and it was elusive.
I do. It took some time actually to get there, but yes, there have been a few projects of different genres throughout the years. A little less lately, but things take time, I suppose, and depending on the. It's not the most obvious, so it's not quite like one would sort of put out an all call to say pop punk power chord player needed, please be cute. You know, it has a more specific sort of feel, or sometimes it also has a certain sort of trauma, I guess, because metal is not the most happy of things. But I think that also is a little bit of an assumption that the metal sphere is always negative and unhappy, which I think is wrong.
Yeah. So you obviously, like, you've seen behind the scenes, you've met the characters.
Sure,
Are they just as big and scary and shrieky as they present on stage, or are they actually more
sometimes
human-like?
Yeah, sometimes they're quite literally just pumping iron in the middle of an interview, and
Talking about Danzig?
Belphegor.
Oh, that makes sense
Belphegor.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes also they're sort of acknowledging that, yeah, we do this and we love this, but I'm also a plumber because metal doesn't pay. It doesn't pay. And
well, then there's bands that get paid too much. We polled the audience. Thank you, everyone who showed up today. Everyone's favorite metal song is "Master of Puppets" by Metallica, and I want you to tell the entire audience why they're wrong.
Why they're wrong as the best metal song?
Yeah, or right, whatever you're into.
Whatever you're into, and I think this is actually important. It's that I don't want to yuck your yum. If you like Master of Puppets, fantastic. Good on you. Good on you. I'm happy for you to enjoy that. I don't.
I don't.
But I think, yes, of course, if there's something that inspires you about some agitation, something that's a little more intensive, that has sort of this percolating intensity, great. Do that. Try that. And then maybe try something else. So if you listen to Master of Puppets, fantastic. And then maybe you happen into another genre, or somebody recommends something to you, and then you discover that
Five Finger
things
Death
can be...
Punch, obviously. It's the natural
yes,
progression.
that's the next step. But no, if you use that as a step into something else, as I absolutely did, I have to acknowledge, Through the Never by Metallica on the Black Album, that was an important moment for my adventure into the metal world. And eventually I discovered, okay, there's a lot more that exists here that is, frankly, more interesting and more intense.
So you're saying Metallica is a gateway drug?
Gateway drug. Yep. 100%. Absolutely.
But at least, thank God, Metallica saved the world from streaming music, and now that the music industry is just so lucrative, making so much money because Metallica single-handedly stopped all of us from pirating.
Bellwethers in that world.
You wouldn't download a car.
Actually, this is rather interesting.
You would download a car.
I would.
We got him, boys.
Sue me forever.
Nailed it.
But to that point, in terms of downloading, honestly, this is rather why Beer happened, because at some point was playing music, was reviewing music, was a photographer, concert and such. But nobody, that's not quite right. Few people are invested in paying for art.
No, yeah, well, fucking 100%.
As clearly you know. But specifically with music,
I'm rich.
music is assumed to be almost a public good at this point. That there's very little interest in actually spending money on musical artists because it's assumed to be just there. It's always available, and as such, it's very difficult to make a living from that. And that was a moment that I grappled with, and particularly with the genre that I was playing at the time, like symphonic doom metal. Negative people care about that.
Give us 2 band examples of symphonic doom metal, just so people can look this up.
The one that I was playing within was the Living Fields. And then you could also sort of maybe touch on something like Therion or My Dying Bride. It's very niche. We had rabid fans saying, come to Colombia or come to Moldova or something like that. But in the American sphere, absolute zero. However, one cannot download a beer as much as we try, and that's some of why I ended up here as opposed to there.